Okay, so this here is Eternal Quest. So right now there's a tournament going on, so it's kind of ignore this building, and all the buildings here are unlocked. So you won't get that when you first start. But overall, what's going on is here there's going to be a shop. I'll explain that. Here's your home where you can see some stats and stuff. Here's Ascending. Ascending you don't have to worry about for a while. Um, Dueling will unlock where you can get good cash from here. And here's Adventure. Library, you can read stuff about stats, and Hall of Heroes is you'll see it, it's just a general screen. So you start off by going to Adventure, and I'm not starting right here. This is sort of, I'm a little bit advanced here. But you see this is your inventory down here. You can swap weapons. The tooltip pops up pretty quick. You can swap weapons around, see? My guy will attack with different weapons. You can set your spells when they cast. So these are some spells that I have: Enchant Weapon and Confusion. And then here is your belt. And your belt you can put on charms, and you can put on potions, you can put on scrolls, you can put on throwing potions. Come over here, you got skills. So this is my current build at the moment. Right now there are only 5 classes, but there's supposed to be some more that come out, and you get available skill points. Level 60 is the maximum. So really it's a theory crafting game where you pick some skills and your guy just sort of fights automatically. He's kicking ass over there. Got a really detailed stat screen, so we can go through some of these stats quick. Strength basically multiplies your damage on your weapon. This is like a percent. So I have 210% damage to my weapons at the moment because I have a 210 strength. So everyone starts with 100, you get 100% damage. Some ways you can get minus, I guess. Hit, it's a standard formula. Hit goes versus block. So when hit is about equal to 3 times block, so 100 and 300 here. That means you're getting a 50% chance to hit. So this is really for chance to hit. You can click on the enemies too to see their stats, for example. See that? Click on that. So that's his hit and his block against mine. Here you got crit, so you can increase your crit. This one is a special weapon, so I get 48% crit there on the screen. You can see that there. So that's where all my crit's coming from. There's special weapons that give a ton of crit like that. Everything else, you got to get it from skills. Empow, it scales your spells up. So it says 83 damage there. My Empow will actually increase that damage by a little bit if I enchant it. So you can see if I cast the enchantment, what's he hitting for? Well, you didn't see that because it was a crit. But also the enemy has resistances, which will reduce that. So you can see here, 28% reduction. Initiative. Yeah, so this is the magic. Initiative is also special kinds of weapons and who goes first in the battle. So this guy probably had a higher initiative than 182. Let's see what this guy has. C goes first between us. He went first. What's his initiative? Well, 449. I can't compete with that. Dodge. You can dodge an attack. So each attack has 2 ways to defend against it. So against physical attacks like strength, weapons here, it's you can dodge it or you can block it. Spells, you can turn them. They used to be called turn, now they're nullify. So you can nullify a spell. It's a percent chance that I don't have on this character. If you can go here to defense and you can see that. Here you can nullify it. I got a 0%, or you can resist it. It'll reduce it. And then pots, like grenades. Here, I've got a grenade here. You can see I can throw it. I'll just throw it. Throw the grenade. Yeah, launch the grenade. It didn't really see it. There you go, threw it. Does no damage on this character, but you can scale that damage up if you build for it. That's that. You can dodge. That's one defense, and then the other defense is also resistance. So I'll go back to my main guy here, and that's this one, chemical resistance. So chemicals like science, and here's magic, and then here's religion right here. Science, magic, and religion. So spirit, you resist spirit. So it's light or dark or whatever. So that's what's going on in the stats. So it's really a theory crafting game. It's all about theory crafting, and it's an idle game. So you just leave it on. My guy got up to 279 on his own. And that's what goes on. So after a while, you're going to level up, you're going to pick some skills, you're going to choose some items. I'm going back to town here. These I should get into at some point. They get useful later on in the game. Um, so you can go duel for a little bit if you need some cash. Here, look, I got a level 1 guy. I didn't even start my duels yet. This resurrection. So I killed him pretty quick. So I got 60 gold. That's not that was so bad. That's shit, right? Oh, 240. It's going up, right? What happens? We got a level 10 guy called Gars. There's Gars. Bye bye, Gars. 540. See, gold's going up. So what happens is the gold goes up at around level 150 at the moment. Gold's capped, so you get 50,000 gold. So these guys will keep leveling up, and they'll keep getting harder and harder. And so then you get 50,000 gold every time you beat a character at that point, and that's a ton of cash. That's how you're going to make your cash. You're not really going to make it by selling items. Okay, so I'll go back to town here. Now, that's where you're going to get your cash. Shop, let's go over the shop quick. Here's some basic items that don't really move around, don't really change, but they level up. So right now they're all level 15s for me, if you see that, because that's the max level at the moment on items. And so I can just sort of shop around, and the shop will refresh, and every time you defeat a level. So I'll talk about defeating a level. You got to beat a boss, and you got to go to the next zone. Basically, they're called zones. The black market opens up, so here you can gamble for items. Oh, my moral code doesn't allow me to visit this place. Okay. But you can gamble for items. It's usually not worth it unless you're looking for something really specific. Like if you go in and you see like a statue and you're like, "Oh, I really need that explosive statue. I need to gamble for it." Okay. That's understandable. Or if there's like a scroll that you're particular or a spell you're particularly looking for, then that's okay. Go gamble for that. If you're trying to find a master's dart, you sold your master's dart or something like that. You're trying to find that, so yeah, you can gamble for that. But you have to know what you're looking for, and you got to only buy for that. That's when gamble's useful. Otherwise, it's not. Upgrade here. You see how I got a level 15 at the top left, and that's fine. I don't think I have anything lower level here. No, probably not. It's stuff that I just find while I'm walking. So, oh, here we go. A level 10. I was saving that 10% dodge so I can level it up here. So 10% dodge is level 10. Level it up. See? Goes up. Goes up to 12, 13, 14. You level it up. Goes up to 15. See? And it won't level up past that at the moment. And then there's a premium shop. So what's going to happen here is these are 3 random items that will change every time you level up. Same thing, black market, the gamble will refresh every time you, not level up, zone up. You go to the next zone. So here, this will also refresh. This will refresh. Don't buy magic. There's no point. You'll find it. You can gamble for it if you really need one. 10 creds, that's a lot. These are power tokens, which can replace creds. So here are the same thing. 3 random premium items. Now, premium items, you see, I've got a chainsaw here. I've got a kabuto here. Here, let me show you some premium items. I got some in my home here. And I get these just from drops. So you see, I got a page. This is my personal stash here that's unlocked. So see, I got 3 chainsaws. I actually sold a few chainsaws. And I got all this extra stuff here. All these extra stuff here. See, look here. Got a whole page of premium items. So they drop. Okay? And I've been selling ones. I've only been keeping 2 of each kind for now at the moment. And I've been selling the ones that I've been getting duplicates of. Like, for example, plumber gloves. I had like 5 or 6 of them at some point. Okay? And then here, look, I got another page just dedicated to premium items. So those are premium items. You'll get them. They'll show up there. You can buy them or they'll drop. They will eventually drop. Okay? So don't worry about them too much at the beginning. You'll get one. You'll have fun with it a little bit. You try to make a build around it. And that build will be fun for a while, and you'll get a new premium item. And you'll be like, hey, this is a cool premium item. Can it fit into a build? Where can I use it? And that way you'll slowly learn about premium items. If you see one in the shop that you really like and that you're really looking for and you think it'll fit perfect in your build, yeah, go for it. 15 creds is nothing. I would recommend it. Here's an overflow stash. So overflow stash is if your stash is full and you're going to pick up a premium item, it goes here. Or if you're going to beat a special boss that only drops a specific kind of item, it'll go here. And so yeah, so here's a shadow mace for example. So shadow mace, don't get rid of it. It's for alchemists. See that grenade percentage there? So that grenade percentage will go up pretty high, and that's really the highest source of grenade percentage at this moment in the game. So keep that if you're going to be a grenadier. Level it up to 15 and go for it. It's a great item. You don't need a shadow item. You don't need a premium item for a grenadier. That makes grenadiers good. Where do you get this? You get this at zone 25. So 25 is pretty early. You saw I was at zone 200 and something. 25 is pretty early. You got to get there. You will struggle a little bit to get there, but you'll get there. It's not a big deal. Um, so yeah, every class has one. This is, for example, a shadow axe for the warrior, and it's actually a decent item. Before there was the resurrection system here, the ascension system, there in alpha, this was a very good item for builds. There wasn't really any alternative items. The katanas were there. It's one that I actually started really liking. They're better than the shadow axe, but they weren't at these stats. These stats changed in the beginning. So at the very start, this could get up to zone 700 in the arena, and it could get up to, I don't know, 170 or something on the first run. So I mean, Shadow Battle Axe is really good if you build for it. So don't knock these items. They'll carry you over. They'll get you to where you want to go before you get your proper premium item. So th don't knock them. They're decent items, and even some end game builds so far are still using some of them. The Shadow Staff for the Mage. It's just an amazing item. It's just very good stats on it. So it'll give you a lot of magic power. So keep that in mind. You can also respec your skills there. I didn't show that. That's kind of important. Statistics, skills. Here we go. So I can respec my guy here. It's 25,000. It's free for the original guy, and that's done on purpose so that you can respec, respec, respec. You don't like your build, you can't get past this level. You can just keep respecing over and over again. This is a great place to go for your original character. You could just keep respecing. Here it's expensive. For me, it's not expensive, but for an average player, if you were to start here, it gets really expensive to respec every time. Um, Load character. Yeah, that's it. That's it for here. Oh, I didn't talk about artifacts. So artifacts here, these things here, I'm about to unlock my fifth. They are they are the ascension thing. You get these kind of rewards from ascending. So what you do if you get past zone 100, you get here what's called souls. They will go up exponentially. About every 31 zones or so, they will double. So right now, I'm not getting that many, only 12, 11,000, 12,000. But as I go on, it'll go up to 20,000, 24,000. In 30 more levels, it'll get up to 22,000. 31 more levels, it'll get up to 22, 26,000 or something. So here you've got a buff. What the buff does, every kill, you get 500 kills. You'll get one buff your first time when you hit zone 80. Turbo mode you unlock no matter what. You don't need to pay for it. It makes your first run slower because you're paying more attention to other stuff anyways. Mystery buff is for where I'm at. So you see what happens here in my zone. I'm at zone 279 and I'm going to struggle to get up. See, I have to kill 79 people every single round. So what I'm going to do, after I kill this guy, I'll go back to town. See how often I'm missing here? This doesn't happen until you get up to these high zones. You need to survive because you're going to miss a lot. Here we go. So you come over to your great temple and you want to donate something. So I'll donate 2 million. I would have done this anyways. 2 million gold. See, I got a whole bunch of what's called suns. So, and I come back here and nothing happened. That's because you have to beat the zone for it to actually take effect. I don't know. The number won't change in the middle of a zone. Maybe that might get changed at some point, but so I'm not going to make you guys sit and wait and watch until I get to the end of all these zones, but just so you know, in the next zone it'll be something like 50 enemies that I gotta kill, which is substantially less. I try to keep it around 50, that's good. Let's go back to town. And all that money I just spent, I'll make it back in the arena anyways, so it's not a big deal. And right now there's a tournament going on. So I think that should be a good introduction to what you're going to try to do. It's a theory crafting game. It's an idle game. You're going to want to leave it on for long periods of time. So it's great to play at work. You just leave it on in the background during work. Um, you're you're gonna want to play it at home and just leave it on overnight or while you're at work or at home. So I mean, it's a cloud save, so you can also open it at work if you have a home account, and then open your home account at home and keep playing wherever you go. And it just runs in the background, so it shouldn't even distract you. Actually, it actually makes me more productive at work. Every time I need to, lubricate my mind and think about something else, I'll go to the screen for a second. I'll be like, hey, how's my little dude doing? Yeah, I'll watch a little battle, see how he's doing. Yeah, he's dodging a bunch. Not He's surviving. Yep. So I think he might be able to make it. So, and then I'll just go back to work. Um, it's a way you can theory craft. I mean, some people really enjoy theory crafting in games. That's their favorite part of the game. And the game plays itself. It's a cool little game that plays itself. You can sort of control how it's working. You get a good picture of how stuff happens, and you can theory craft around that. And the name of the game is theory crafting. That's the whole point. There's no other point to this game because you're not actually playing it. You're just theory crafting it. So, I mean, if you enjoyed theory crafting, that was one of your favorite aspects from MMOs, which it was for me. I always loved the theory craft the best, and I would always come up with my own builds and just get some decent builds right from the start. I'd watch some YouTubers and stuff and get some ideas for builds, but the builds ultimately are going to come from my max mining ability and my max mining skills, and that's what I like to do. Um, so this is the game for you if that's the kind of stuff you like to do. Have a good one. Enjoy. I hope you play this game. Where can you play it? It's up here. I'll leave a link in the description. It's a Kongregate game for now. The developer has expressed interest in releasing it for Steam eventually. It will come to Steam, but he wants to work off a lot of the bugs first. There aren't many bugs at the moment, but he wants to add a few more systems and a few more classes and a few more items to the game first and get it all ready for Steam. But your progress will carry over, so come play it here. And it's in a browser. You don't get Steam at work, so I mean, you might as well just have it in a browser.